Welcome back to my channel, Welcome to my channel, the Gossip News Network. And of course, as you can see by the thumbnail, this is about R. Kelly. I was going to wait, do it tomorrow, but I got a text message or a message from a millennial, and you know they know everything. They got it all figured out. So I thought, let me just go ahead and do the video while it's fresh on my mind. Part one of R. Kelly's one interview that he has had is with Gayle King, and I watched it this morning. I don't even know where to begin because I know people want to know, do I agree, do I not agree? Of course I believe we should let the system take its course and we must follow the statutes that are in place. I don't believe in social media or media convictions, even though they happen all the time. That's what makes the justice system so unjust now, because you get crucified in the media. So let's just define this assault, aggravated sexual abuse charges against Mr. Kelly. It's according to Illinois. The offense of aggravated criminal sexual abuse is based on the less serious offense of criminal sexual abuse under Illinois law. Okay. The aggravated circumstances needed for the aggravated criminal sexual abuse charges are as follows. The person committing the crime displays, threatens to use, or is a dangerous weapon. The person committing the crime uses any object made to look or used in a manner that the victim, under the circumstances, reasonably believes the object is a dangerous weapon. The person committing the crime causes bodily harm to the victim. The person committing the crime threatens the life of a victim or any other person. The person commits the criminal offense during the course of committing or attempting to commit a felony. And it's a lot of other factors that we don't even have to address. We're going to address the ones that probably applies they're trying to use against R. Kelly. A person 17 years old or older commits an act of sexual conduct with the victim who is under 13 years of age, or commits an act of sexual conduct with the victim who's between the ages of 13 and 7 years of age, and the poor person uses force or threat to commit the act. A person under 17 years old and commits an act of sexual conduct with the victim under 9 years old, or commits an act of sexual conduct with the victim who is between 9 and 17 of age, uses force or threats of force to commit the act. These are probably the parts of the law that they are using against R. Kelly. So we'll just talk about those because the statute is very long. This is why Mr. Kelly kept making a point about the age of 17. Because apparently in Illinois, over the age of 17, it's not an issue. The person has to be under the age of 17. He kept bringing up 17. I don't know Illinois law. I know DC law, but I don't know Illinois law. So that's their law in their state. About the interview, I think it was a needed interview. The phone call I got was, the message I got was, you know, my generation, they love this sexual crazy man. It ain't even about that. It's about the law, okay? Why are the charges rape? Everybody wonder why the charges are not rape. Why is it just aggravated sexual abuse, which is a lesser crime? Because if he committed a crime, it's going to be based primarily on the age, and they need to have, victims. Let's go over the interview. Again, I think it was a good idea. Someone said, no, it wasn't a good idea. Who let him go on TV? First of all, if he did not do it, it doesn't matter. If he didn't do an interview, everybody gonna say he's hiding something. Oh, he lying. He know he did it. If he did commit an interview, the interview was awful. The interview was an interview. It was a real interview. And he needed to get his voice out there. He needed for us just not to assume. If he didn't say anything, I would have definitely thought, like, what the hell he hiding? I mean, he must have really did it and still got some people there. So I think an interview was needed. It was a very emotional interview, which brought some human, he got up on stage with sparkly clothes on and dancing and stepping in the name of love. So it made it more real, humanized him. So I like that as a professional, also as a woman. I the interview I thought was needed. Let's see. Emotional. People are like, he's fake, he's fake, he's fake. One thing about R. Kelly, has he ever been in a movie? We know he ain't no actor. He may be dramatic. That's part of stage. You have to do that. But I don't know. There was a lot of tears. He was very emotional. The issue I had with the being emotional, he was kind of emotional about the wrong things. Like I heard him talking about his kids and he wanted to see them. I get that. But I think I would have teetered on. If somebody was accusing me of this type of crime, I would have said, I would have been emotional about my character. Like, how could you say I would do anything to hurt any other human being, especially a woman? That's what I would have been probably more crying about. He was crying more about his life, you know, his career. And he is not the victim. So that part, that could have just been he's a dumbass. You know, he's just a singer. You know, so that could have been that part. But I think it was real. I think it was real, and it was from his heart. I think he is a victim, and that's just, you know, just stupid. You know, that's just from him probably being stupid. Because it's happening to him. You know, and it's in his face, so he feel he's a victim. But if he didn't say nothing, everybody would say he's psychotic, he's a narcissistic, we knew he did it. You did right, R. Kelly. Come out there, because you changed some minds this morning. I got a variety of mess. People done switch teams now, okay? People are second guessing, because people assumed that this was all your fault. Everything is wrong. Everything done wrong was you. They're second guessing it because of this interview, so it was a good thing. I'm reading my notes. Okay, is he right? Is it real? Young ladies missing. Okay, if someone in my family was missing, listen, let me tell y'all. When my dog was missing, the moment I realized he was missing, when I woke up and realized he was gone, I called every agency I could think of and reported him missing. I put up flyers. We walked around the whole neighborhood. How I found him is I had paid a few dollars and went through a company, and they did a flyer and sent it to everybody's cell phones. This dog was missing, and we found it. Sadly, he had been hit by a car already and was deceased. But when someone is missing in your family you claim you love, we don't do nothing for years. There's no missing, you know, a police report that we know of. We don't have no charges against no parent who done went there and set his house on fire. We don't have no records of nobody going to the Trump Tower and beating up the valet man and jumping on the doggone everybody because they looking for their daughter. We just said he hold them captive. Say what? This ain't like the Ohio incident where the man had him in the basement for years and impregnating them, and he living right in the neighborhood. This is R. Kelly. We ain't gotta look for him. Everybody know where he live. Everybody know where he at. So I'm just like, where's the flyers? You know, where's the milk carton picture of my child being missing, my niece being missing? So that's suspect to me too. Okay. Another hanging of a successful black man. I know I hate to keep going over and over the conspiracy theory, but I think it applies. They couldn't get him, me and the government couldn't get him 10 years ago. So they chomping at the bit again. Different charges, same charge, but they word it differently, but it's really the same. They trying to get him for 70 years. They don't care if they get him on tax evasion. They don't care if they get him on criminal sexual misconduct. They don't care if they get him on rape. They want him. I'm not saying R. Kelly did not do something wrong. I just don't know what it is. And whatever it is, they ain't got him. They don't have him. If I saw a text about my child, my niece, my neighbor's daughter, your cousin under the age, do you know I'm going to take action immediately? I'm not going to say this text for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, 6, 7 years. I'm not going to just go and tell you, I'm not going to the police. I'm going to handle that right now. How do I know? I actually had a situation like that with a young lady in my life, and it was years ago. I don't know what was, I was in MySpace, I don't know what the hell was out back then, but somehow I ended up looking in and seeing her conversing with I thought was an older man, which I found out it wasn't. She was young, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, something. I don't care what the age was. So I called him on my own and explained, I don't know what she told you, but this is what's going on. And let me tell you something. I did a reverse on your name and number. I know exactly where you live. If I get up in the middle of the night and I dream that you were communicating with her at all, I wasn't even in the same state, and I meant it. I'm going to drive there, and I'm going to do bodily harm. And then the police can take over. Okay? Since it's somebody you care about, you love, you take immediate action. I mean, it may be a few logical people that's cool and calm, but ain't nobody calm 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years about somebody you think is being taken advantage of. Someone that's under the statutory age and unable to make their own decisions. Okay? You just don't wait. You see that text message and you go off. You driving, you flying, you cussing out R. Kelly, his ex-wife. You praying to his mama in heaven where she at. You cussing her out. You going to the police station. You doing all of that. Your daughter, your niece, they better kill me because I'm coming. So that is, a little suspect. We don't have any fathers, any aunts, anybody who say I went there and they broke my arm. Here go the medical records from the hospital. They gave me a black eye because I went there to try to get my niece. I went there to try to get my daughter. I went there to try to get my cousin. We don't have that. And I'm just going to be honest. That ain't how black people operate. We jumping in and we taking action and we going to have to think about the consequences later. Even he said that in his own interview. R. Kelly said, Gayle King asked him, what would you do if this was your daughter? He had to bleep himself out. Because it's the truth. I'm going to beat somebody into the ground. And I'm prepared to take my time in the jail cell. Because I done killed a pedophile. You don't think let me wait 3 years and then even if you go to the police and they say we're going to investigate it. This your daughter. Y'all investigate. I'm going to eliminate. Okay. You know what I'm waiting on? I'm waiting for R. Kelly to pull out some receipts. Receipts mean he was blackmailed or something. Some evidence of him being blackmailed. So we can charge those people too. If he pull out some receipts where he been blackmailed or some videos, anything, the case will be over. I hope he has some receipts. He doesn't appear to be a completely dumb man. He may not be the smartest cookie in the box, but he not no total fool. I don't think that's an option. Okay. Another thing I got offended by. The host on, what was it, Good Morning, Illinois. First thing, oh, we were scared for you, Gayle. We were scared. Why are you scared because somebody popped in their fist? You want us just to go home and be quiet and then kill the whole family and then put the gun in our mouth and shoot ourselves too? Or do you want us just to drive into the lake with all the kids? See, that's okay. But if a black man pound his fist, it's a problem. Maybe I prefer for you to pound your fist than to go kill the whole family. That's usually what other races do. Maybe not, but that's just what I know. I mean, it's like every time a black man raises his voice, stand up or do anything, this is emotional for him. And I'm happy that Gayle said she wasn't worried about it. Number one, she ain't worried about it. R. Kelly is a human being. He presented himself like a gentleman. He contacted her because he wants to have his voice heard. And I was happy she didn't play into that, oh, we scared of a black man whole thing. R. Kelly got 99 cameras on him. He's worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. He's not concerned about hitting Gayle and nobody else. So stop that whole he violent because he jumped up and punched his fist in his hand in his fist. We done seen a bunch of folks that appear very cool and calm and go home and kill the whole family and then kill themselves. So let's not try to pay we scared of R. Kelly role. Hell, most of the folks sitting up there probably done been to his concert. They weren't scared then. So stop that. I said in the previous video, I didn't think he had a great vocabulary or whatever, but hell, I was wrong. Maybe I just caught him on a bad day, or maybe he was drinking on the other interview I saw. I don't know. But he talked relatively well thought out. He didn't stumble. Some questions, he didn't answer them directly. He would say his part, then he would circle back around and answer. He didn't get all upset and leave off the interview, because sometimes he has done that. He gets himself all upset. He didn't appear to be on Xanax or Prozac or anything, Wellbutrin, anything. He seemed to just be regular. He probably was on something, but he didn't seem to be. His eyes and everything was clear. He just didn't seem like he was on any type of drugs, which I support. Whatever you need. Then another one of the people on the show, the Today Show, said, Good Morning America show, Gayle He did not. Gayle, um, we so happy you made him stay. Gayle, I'm glad she cleared that up too. She didn't make him stay. He called her. He wanted the interview. Y'all trying to make, I'm just happy that Gayle didn't fall into that trap where she felt like she was the hero. And I liked her whole take on it. She was very neutral and in his corner, sort of in his corner. And she could have twisted it differently. I like Gayle for that. She didn't fall into that whole trap when you interview, an alleged person who's committed a crime. So I like that about her. Let's see. I know that. I have to think about this. So they saying the young ladies were kidnapped and they were held against their will. Let me tell you something. If you take a millennial cell phone, social media, internet device, baby, we'll be looking for R. Kelly. They done joined together, beat up R. Kelly. 2 security guards chopped them up in the basement. They dead. They using their cell phones. They got Skype going and driving one of his Bentleys. Baby, you can't have nobody without no connection to the world. Now, I just don't believe that. I'm sorry. You cannot take a millennial's connection. You can't take the internet from them. You can't take the cell phone from them. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. So, that part was a lie too. Okay, next thing. Let's see. Oh, the 2 women. He has 2 young ladies living there with him. And I like the way he just said, yes, they're together. They're all in a relationship. I like the way Gayle didn't really squint, necessarily on that. She just, she just seemed like if she was shocked, which I'm a little shocked, but not really, because this is what the deal. He didn't get on here and lie and say, well, we just doing a little something, we got an agreement. He just no, we in a relationship. That's not a crime. And I don't know, as a woman, if I decide that's what I want to do, which I would not, because I'm very selfish, self-involved, and I'm not going to share a man or nothing. If I dream you got another woman, I'm gone. I got a resume for that. Okay. I would rather know than not know, and let me make a decision instead of what he could be doing, because he is Robert Kelly. He could have a slew of women all over the place. Instead, he got 2 women who decided it was okay for them to enjoy him. Hell, matter of fact, he sounds like a victim. He got to please 2 women. I don't even know. How many penises you need for that? Because you're going to have sex every day. You got 2 women, I think he sounded more like a victim to me. I'm just saying, I appreciate his honesty on that. And the young ladies, I think they're going to do an interview tomorrow. And I appreciate the honesty. And I like that. I would rather him do that. I don't like the setup. I wouldn't do it. But he tell people, and you have the choice to do that. And what I'm getting from this is the parents don't like it. But if she grown, she like it. I love it. Like I said, I wouldn't do it. But, people make their own choices, their own reasons, for whatever. So I like the way he not just going all around the country sleeping with everybody, acting like he not in a relationship and lying like most of these folks, calling everybody bitches in every song, lying, got babies over here, wives and babies, and then they go marry the chick that was on the side, all that old BS. I'm glad all of that is over. Okay, I think I may have answered all the questions. Oh, I forgot one thing. I didn't realize until this morning that Sparkle is a niece of a victim. Let me tell y'all. If I got a text message, again, if I had a dream, no evidence, that my niece, I got 4 nieces, I go to sleep tonight and think that she is being abused. Anyone that abused in any way. I got a broke foot right now. I'm not even in their city. I wouldn't even remember to call their daddy, which is my brother. If I dream tonight they're being abused in any way, I may call him on my way there, their father. I may. But I'm going up there on my crutches. And I'm gonna take action. Only thing gonna stop me is her, my nieces. They're younger and stronger. They may be able to hold me back. Hopefully not with my broke foot. But I'm gonna go do some quick investigation. I'm gonna talk to him. If I got his number, I'm about to call him. I I don't know what Sparkle, what is going on? You saying this is your niece? Okay, why the niece ain't doing the interviews? You know, why the niece is not complaining? You know, I don't get the impression she's deceased. And then where are her parents? Are her parents deceased? We need a victim. I need a real live victim, not a cousin, not an aunt. I don't know. I just think it's some truth to some of this, but I don't think it's enough. It's a lot of holes and way too many questions. And this is how the other case went. It was way too much doubt. Because we don't need Sparkle. We need that niece. We need her. And we need some tapes. We need some more tapes. We need some videos. We need some pictures of some penises. We gonna need that. Because if it's some holes in there, he's gonna be acquitted. That's just my, this is my reaction, my take. I've been wrong once or twice. Thank you again for coming to my new channel, Gospel. I keep saying gospel, knowing it's not gossip. It's gossip, okay? Which is probably not even gospel. Gossip News Network. Thank you.